Now, if he wasn't busy enough taking on challenges with Rob Beckett or quizzing celebrities on the weakest link with that little wink, Romesh Ranganathan has added another project to his busy schedule.
Yes, earlier this month he started his new stand-up tour, Hustle, and with dates across the UK until April, Romesh is here now to tell us more. You do like being on the road, don't you?
Well, yes. I mean, I do like being I do like being busy. Do you know what I mean? It's I mean, being on tour is kind of a bit like a break. I don't want to say this publicly, but
are you good now?
It is much easier. Like life is easier when you're in a hotel.
Room serving.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes, like Lisa, my wife, will phone me up and go, "How's your day been?" And I'll go, "Oh, you know,
Haven't stopped."
Well, I worked for an hour and a half last night, and then went to bed. And they bring me breakfast to the room. Or how about you? And she went, I did the school run and like da-da-da. And I go, oh, yeah, it sounds... Anyway, I've got to go. I think they're bringing me lunch. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's...
really busy, Lise.
And at that point, you realise she's actually not on the other end of the phone. She's hung up.
Yeah. And listen, and if she did do that, fair play. I support her decision.
You've gone and said this is probably your most honest tour to date. What do you mean by honest? What are we talking about?
Well, like, I feel like every time I do a tour, the aim is to be as honest as possible every tour. I mean, like this one, I thought, I don't want to say anything for a comedic angle. I just want to base it in truth and then see if I can be funny. You know, just be as real as I possibly can. And I feel like this show is more than I've ever managed that before.
But you are naturally a funny guy.
Oh, thanks, man.
And that sounds really weird, but that's rare for comedians, because a lot of comedians, they really prep, they get their joke. You're just naturally a funny guy. I saw you last week, and I was like, oh, Rob, you made me laugh.
Yeah, well, yeah. I feel like I do think like when you're writing the show, whenever I'm like trying to, I mean, I don't ever write the jokes out in foot, but it's like ideas. But then sometimes if you think that's a bit embarrassing to say, you're probably onto a good thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of, if you feel like a bit awkward about it.
It's like
the truth that people don't really talk about.
Exactly.
That's what I always really find funny. The thing you can relate to that you probably never say out loud, but
Although
I've
got into trouble in the past. Like, I remember saying, like, that when I go to, like, drop the kids off at soft play, like, other parents come and talk to me, and then I said on stage, I don't care about other people's children. Do you know what I mean? Like what I mean is that, you know, I'm just there for mine. Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit like that.
And then I went to a kid's birthday party, and then these parents came up and they said, we tell you how we were doing, Romesh, but you clearly don't care. And
Okay.
I mean, like, Lisa never watches me. She's just like, what have you said now?
What have you done?
What is a new thing that means we're socially cut off from?
Why do all the school parents hate us? What's going on here, Romesh?
Seems to be a funk around.
I've had an orange thrown at me at the gate.
Yeah, the maddest one was...
Katie Piper with a pair of chopsticks.
The maddest one was, like, this isn't to do with, like, stuff I've said on stage, but, like, I put on a show on sale in my local theatre, and like, they posted it on Facebook, and like this woman commented underneath going, I would never see this man live. He always looks so grumpy on the school run. Oh. And I was like...
Was it the head teacher?
No. No. We don't speak after a certain incident. But, like, no, it was just like... I was getting reviewed for my general school run behaviour.
Oh, goodness me. OK, well, there you go.
I mean, I do have resting in different face. That is a truth.
That's what we love about you. That's what we love about you.
But it's even when, like, they you know, when I was coming over to do the pancake thing, I thought, if they cut to me...
You're just going to look unimpressed.
I'm just going to look so... Yeah. It's delicious.
It's really nice. Thanks for the berries.
So, obviously, you're going on tour, but everybody, as we know, has to start somewhere. And for you, when you were a child, you were really interested in stand-up, weren't you? Which is, I think, quite rare. I can't imagine my kids being like, I'm really interested in stand-up. How did that come about?
Well, I had a lot of spare time because I didn't have any friends. No. So you start looking elsewhere, do you know what I mean? No, but the truth is, we used to go to, like... my mum and dad used to take us to the local video rental.
Have a look at that
picture.
Oh, my goodness, what a shot.
That is so true.
That is so
I feel like every family has that type of photo.
My mum bought the package. So
you get the round frame.
And then, like, every 5 years we had to reconvene in the studio.
It's got a halo around it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was, that was bad. But, and then, like, I used to hire out... I got really into Eddie Murphy, and I started watching, like, Beverly Hills Cop and Trading Places and all that. And then I saw he did stand-up, and I just watched this stand-up film. Like, it was just literally him in concert, and I was just like, one person doing a whole gig like that, I just found it amazing. And so then off the back of that, I sort of wanted to be a stand-up. And then I ended up, like... Well, I ended up doing my first gig at, like, 9 years old.
Wow.
Amazing.
We went to Pontin's holiday camp.
What a place to do
Oh,
it.
mate, do you know what? That's where all the best showbiz stories
It's true.
start.
Yeah.
Look at Stephen Mulhern.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Mr. Butlin.
He loves it. Rom, obviously tickets for the tour. I'll take it all on the website.
Yes.
Head to your website and all of that.
Yeah.
I can't let you go without talking about two things.
Sure.
First up, Goodbye, Weakest Link. I mean, iconic shoes to fill, Anne Robinson.
Yeah, I was quite worried about. I've never really seen myself as a quiz show guy, and so when it came in, I was like, when they sort of started talking to me about it, I was like, well, I don't know if that. You sort of get worried that you're not going to be good at that sort of thing, and then they said, well, you're going to host it in like your own way. We're not trying to make you something
Rom,
you're not.
So good at it. I know you don't need us to tell you, but you.
No, I do.
No,
Honestly, I need so much validation.
You're so great on it.
You've got it all
so dry.
from us.
And
You've
it's
got it all
perfect.
from us.
And just before we let you go, I know you're part of the Radio 2 family anyway, but you're taking over from Claudia. You're going to become a Saturday boy like me.
Yeah, I'm very
looking
excited.
forward to it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some tips from you because you've nailed it. And
Babe, you just need to turn up with a lovely fringe and the show will go well. That's all you need to do, Rob.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it in.
I'm sure I've got a clip in one
there.
in the dressing room.
Leave me some
somewhere you
presents
can
in the
borrow.
studio. That's the best way to get
I'm
on the
on it,
best
mate.
side
There
of
you
the Saturday team.
I'm on it.
So good to see you.
You too.
Good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you, mate.